if you go here, and then there's a teleporter to bring you right back in.
Come right back. Cool.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
wouldn't
Yep.
care if it was a 1969 Pinto. It's the concept. I don't even care about the vehicle. It's the knowledge.
Right. You can just click it. You don't have to actually stand in it. If you just pull your
Oh,
trigger on that, yeah, it'll take you.
yeah.
Greetings. What's going on?
What's up? What's up, brother?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me go and
I'm in the
add you. Yes,
building. I'm in the
sir.
building.
Yes.
I'm in the
Going
building.
on, brother. Yes, sir.
What's going on, man?
Oh
Oh,
man,
this is gonna
not
be
too
so
much,
dope.
man. Just getting ready.
Oh,
If
buddy.
just to let everybody know, if you want to actually see the car we're going to be doing, you can click this teleporter and go over there and look at it, and then
Okay.
there's a teleporter that'll bring you right back over here if you want to.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I see you got the chain on. Yeah. Yeah,
Yes,
that's what I'm
sir. Yes,
talking about.
sir.
So
Yeah, you know I
That's
had to come
pretty
show
dope.
you some
mhm.
love, though, man. I really
Man,
appreciate
I
all you've been
appreciate you
doing, man.
coming by, brother.
Yeah, I
You
got
Definitely,
too,
yo,
man.
man.
it. I
The
got
one,
in
Master
the
Yoda.
and
You already
Oh,
know.
bro, you breaking up real bad.
Hey,
About to,
I'm hoping you get some
hold on.
value out of coming though,
You
man.
breaking up real
man,
bad.
I tell you one thing. For me,
You hear every other word.
you've helped so much. Like, because the information that you supplying, it's like they hoarding this stuff. Like they're not trying to help. They say
Right.
everything's community, community this and
Yeah, real
community
shit,
that,
bro.
but everybody seems like they
Mhm.
got some kind of alternative motive, and it's just like, and they cliquish, and it's weird, and it's like, and then you came
Right.
along, and I was like, this guy,
Don't help
he
this guy.
came in here
Don't help this guy.
and figured out half the
Don't
stuff.
help him.
You know
Don't
what
help
I mean?
him.
That I've been trying to figure out for like
He's moving too
months.
fast. Don't help him.
Well, bro, like, listen, I'm
What's
Yo,
good,
telling you,
man?
man,
good?
this
Going on, brother?
What's good?
You
Good to see
already
you,
know. I
man.
know you up in here.
we could,
Hey,
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 how you doing?
let's all go in, let's all
hey,
head in
DJ
here.
King.
What's
Yeah,
up,
you already
Boogie?
know.
Hey,
Saying the boogie.
what's going on, Mr. Too Legit? You
Cooling,
ready?
cooling.
We going in here?
What's up, Dave?
Hello.
Okay, looks like everybody is in here. We still got people coming. Yeah, we still got one more person. And the car that we're going to be talking about today, there's a teleporter right there and also right outside this door that will take you to a showroom where you can see it up close. And so, and then there's a teleporter over there that will bring you right back in here also. And so we'll maybe all go over there as a group after I get finished with these slides. How about that?
All right.
All
Cool.
right, perfect.
Cool.
All right. So first of all, thank you all for coming out, and welcome to the lecture hall. And this I broke this building off from the Manor. The Manor is my main AltspaceVR VR world, and it is accessible from the teleporter at the end of the breezeway over there. So if you go up the stairs and to the left, there's a teleporter that will take you to the Manor. And I am Rich. My name is Rich, but I go by Second Life Rich in the metaverse. And so I am pretty much just a person that really likes tech. I have a background in tech, and but nothing too serious. I just really passionate about this stuff. I've been exploring virtual reality off and on for a little bit of time. And so right now is just a very exciting time for me. And I'm just like really happy to be a part of all of this that's going on. And so I have learned everything that all the knowledge I've accumulated, I've learned for free from other people. And so everything I accumulate, I like
Listen.
to offer as well. It's all about community and growth, and we're all figuring this out. So I'm happy to
Uh,
share whatever I have to offer.
can't tell.
Oh, okay. And so the organization that I represent is HumAi, but this that we're all doing and that we're all part of is what I refer to as the HumAi Club. And it is basically where we all basically can kind of share assets, share knowledge and information, and support each other along this journey in the metaverse. And so, if you go to humai.club, HUMAI.club, if you ever have a problem with something that you think we can help you solve, it's 100% free for you to submit a ticket. You can upload videos and pictures to kind of show what you're dealing with, and we'll do our best to answer it. But if it's related to one of our tutorials, we'll 100% be able to answer it. But if it's like just something that's unrelated to a tutorial that we've made, then we'll still try to help in any way we can. The Ticket Center helps us keep everything organized. And so that's why sometimes I have to tell people don't send me technical support requests through Instagram DMs because we're helping, a number of different people, as many people that can that want help. And so the Ticket Center helps us stay organized, lets me know when I've got a question pending, gives me reminders, all sorts of stuff. So I know it's a little bit of a headache to have to register, but we never send you any messages or anything, like no spam or anything like that. It's a really short registration form, and once you complete it, you can begin submitting tickets. Also, we have downloads that are available for free as well. And so one thing that's really important to keep in mind is that we are not teaching Blender or Unity. Blender and Unity are both extremely sophisticated platforms, and I just want to leave the teaching of those platforms to professional educators for those platforms. And so, once again, we're just, our team has a background that spans for coding and 3D modeling, but we are not educators for 3D modeling. Now, I do have some coding tutorials, but and we do teach Blender type stuff, but not Blender itself. And so that's really important. We're not teaching 3D modeling either. We want to make it fun and easy for a person that maybe is beginning or even have no interest to learn 3D modeling. And so the approach that we're taking is similar to diamond painting. And so this is a video of my wife doing her little diamond painting puzzle. And as you can see, it has the little applicator and it has these diamonds and these numbers. And she sits back and have a relaxing evening doing these puzzles and making art. And so that's kind of how I envision these. Can somebody mute their microphone because I'm getting some feedback? Yeah, sorry about that. But so okay. So with that same type of concept where you have a number system that matches up with a part, and that number will also be able to be referenced in order to get more information, see a part in the tutorial, or even while you're getting technical support. So basically what I'm saying is all of our hats, chains, shirts, cars, buildings, everything that's going to come from our side as a tutorial will always follow this type of concept of numbers to reference parts. And you'll always be able to use anything that you've learned from a previous tutorial to customize anything from the future. So it's always going to follow the same type of format and structure. Now, with that being said, currently we have 2 templates that are available. one of the templates is a shirt, and there's a version 1 and a version 2 of that shirt. The version 1 has both a male and a female, and the different versions are basically complexity levels. So version 1 is real easy to apply a texture on the front or the back, but version 2 allows you to customize every aspect of the shirt. So even the waistline and the sleeves and everything. So it's a little bit more complicated, and that's why it's got its own tutorial. But this Bentley is following. So anyone that has done the shirts will already be able to do a lot of stuff with the Bentley. But this Bentley actually has a number system. And I want to actually take 5 minutes of your time to show you this is basically a snapshot of the tutorial, just to give you an idea of how it flows. In this first tutorial, we're going to make some basic changes. Over here in our scene collection, you can see there's 2 collections. Everything inside the car and body of the car. We're focused on body of the car. Over time, I will make more videos showing how to do customizations inside the car. But for now, we're focused on the body of the car. So as you can see, we have each one of these main parts with a number. So we've got number 1 for the body shell. We look around, you see if I turn that off, the body shell goes away. And then after that, we have the hood as number 2, the trunk as number 3, the driver door is number 4, the passenger door, number 5, the license plate in the back, number 6, the license plate in the license plate in the front, number 7, and then the windshield in the back, number 8, and the windshield in the front, number 9. And so that's pretty much every part of the car that you will probably want to add your branding. In the future, we'll do some stuff for the inside. If we change the body shell main, we come down here and we have the base color. If I change this base color to white, you'll notice that everything turns white except for the hood and the 2 wings back here. Now the reason for that is because we've defined nodes for these 2 spots in the back where you might want to put a logo, and we've also defined on the hood where you might want to put a logo. So now let's go ahead and apply a logo on these. I'm going to put a logo here on the hood. I'm going to put the HumAi logo. So while we have the hood part selected and we have the hood material selected, zoom out in our nodes, and right here on the image texture, we can hit open. And so here we have it. There's that logo applied to the hood. Go into edit mode. Select, press S, scale up and down, G to position it where you want it to go. So the next thing is opening and closing the doors. So you can open and close the hood, the doors, everything. All you have to do is click something you want to open. So if you click the door, first thing you do is press R, Then you have to press the axis that you want to open on. So for the door, it's going to be Z. And then just drag out. Same thing for this door. Click it, press R, Z, drag out. For the hood, click the hood, press R, X this time, drag up. For the back, click it, press R, X, drag up. And here we go. Here's that Bentley. If I double click on this GLB, boom, here we go. Now there's some lighting going on in here, so you know it's a white car, but you get the idea. Okay, so 1 second. In this first tutorial, okay, so that is a clip from the full tutorial, but you can kind of get an idea of what it's about. And so at this time, I'll leave this screen up, but I've got a microphone positioned on both sides right here. And if you enter by the microphone, it turns you into a host. Those are both host zones, and so it will broadcast your voice. So if you have any questions, you can make your way to one of the microphones, and I'll go ahead and start taking those. And then after the questions, if you want, we can all go as a group to the Bentley, and I'll answer any questions with you over there. And if you want to take a look at the drone, you're more than welcome to do that as well. Let's go.
I have a question.
You wanna go
Sure.
see the car?
The last step when you open and
Or
close
if
the
we
doors,
Or they
can you
ask, they
repeat
ask
this
some
one?
questions.
It was an animation. How did you do this?
Okay, so opening and closing the doors, first of all, everything is already set in the model. And so the only thing that you have to do is select the door or the part that you want to open, if it's the hood or the trunk. But when you click it, then you hit your R key, and then that's going to trigger the rotation. Then you hit the axis, the key that match the axis that you want to rotate. So if it's on the Z or if it's on the X. But that's when it comes to one of our cars. And so, like, when it comes to this Bentley or any car that you get from us in the future, it's not that way if you go and get the model from someone else, unless they made it that way.
Right.
So that's not a
So this is what
that's
I
not a
was,
universal.
Yeah, it's like a function you added, and now we see the final result, right? So basically, it is
Well,
an animation you added before.
no, well, so that's not an animation. When you're opening the door, you're deciding that you want it to be you want it to be open that way, but it's not going to be animated in the same sense that the propellers are animated on that drone right now. So
In which sense? In which sense is it animated? Can you explain this, please?
so they're not animated. The doors and the hood and the trunk are not animated. It's just you deciding if you would like it to sit as a display with open doors or with the open hood. So if you, for example, if you go to this world right here, you'll see that car has the hood open and it has the trunk open and the doors open. And so it's going to sit like that. There's no animation with that. Whereas when it comes to this drone, you see it just took off and it left and it's going on the flight path. That is animation, and that's not something that was covered in with this tutorial.
Right, but still, I mean, you have to like somehow beforehand, before I got the who made this model?
We made the model.
Right. Okay. So to be able to say Control A and the hood, you had to rig it somehow, right?
Yes, but that's not you. So we're not teaching how to rig it. We're not teaching. We just want you to use what we've done and customize it with your own colors or
Right.
your logo and things like that. Because some people would just like to put a Bentley in their world. And so but you want to put your own business branding on it. For example, how he has a shirt on with his logo. So that's what we want to help businesses and other, people that have projects or products that they want to promote. We want to give you objects that are already created, so you don't have to, wait until you're able to
Right.
actually
Got it.
build a
Got it.
car before you can have a car with your branding on it, type of thing.
Okay.
And
Thank
yeah,
you.
no problem. Anyone else?
Yeah, hi. Your logos, what kind of size images were they
There's a
in? I guess
microphone.
is there a
Can't hear
microphone?
you.
Yeah, the microphones are on both sides right here, and that way it'll
Oh, sorry.
broadcast your
Sorry,
voice.
sorry.
No worries.
2D is not fun. Am I on microphone yet? Nope.
Yeah, it should tell you host zone entered when you go into it.
Didn't do it.
It looks like you're
2D
in the
is-
right spot.
Okay, well anyway, the what size image are you using for the logo? And I guess it's a transparent PNG or something, or
Yeah, so you're gonna now you can make it as small or as large as you want, but I recommend that you make it a square, and I recommend you make it, on a base 2 scale. So either 512 by 512 or 1080 by 1080, or
Okay.
as big as you want. The higher you go, the higher the resolution is going to be, but the more of an impact it's going to have on the world that you bring it into. So if you go down smaller, it's going to have less resolution. I like to make things 1080 by 1080, but I'm still experimenting on like what the best scale is for the balance of performance and resolution.
Okay.
But either way it go, you want to make it a square, because in Blender, when you hit the S button, it's going to go into a scale, and that scales proportionately. And so if your image isn't proportionate height and width ratio, then it's, going to get skewed. And so to make sure that it never skews, you start off with a transparent PNG that's a complete square.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Anyone else?
Can you hear me?
I can.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So so once we get the Bentley, will you show us, or is that in the tutorial on how to place it in your world, your own world?
Great question. So I have a YouTube video specifically addressing the steps from beginning to end, bringing in a 3D model. And the 3D model that I use for the example in that video is a shirt. So those same steps apply for this as well. So for the Bentley, the tutorial for that, I take you through all the steps for customizing it and exporting it, because you do have to bake the parts that you customize. So if you customize the hood, then you have to bake the hood. And so I provide you with simple bake and save you from having to purchase that if you haven't already done so. And then also, when you open up the Blender file, it already has Blender, excuse me, it already has the simple bake settings configured. So you don't have to worry about any of that as well. You just follow the steps. You just basically select the parts that you want to bake, hit the bake button, bring in those FBX files, and then export the whole model, the whole car, with the baked parts attached. Export that as a GLB, and then you can upload that GLB into your world.
All right, thank you.
No problem. That video, just as a note, that video for those steps it's on the YouTube channel for the HumAi Club. I have a playlist that's set for AltspaceVR tips and tutorials, and that's where I have the stuff that I've covered so far, and that's where I will continue to put stuff that I cover as time goes forward. Any other questions? Okay, if there's no other questions, would anyone like to go over and look at the Bentley or not? I can go over with you guys if you want to go over as a group.
Yeah, let's
Yes.
Okay, let's do it. I'll meet you over there.
Going over there, Boogie.
I'm gonna go. Let's go up in